their topics are really actually quite big and deep and global issues, and like it's crazy to think that I did something like that in grade 6.
We're very fortunate that as a school we're connected to the International Baccalaureate Primary Years program, because what it means is that we're connected to something bigger than our school in Hobart. It means that we're global citizens, and when our purpose and concerns talks about creating young people who go into the world to make it a better place, well, that's what this education is all about. It's about connecting to the real world. It's about knowing that our world is bigger than Hobart and knowing that we can make a difference globally from this place.
This sits with that understanding of a common humanity, that we're trying to make the world a better place.
In the primary school, we have active learning occurring. So when you look at a classroom, you look in there and you won't see students sitting at desks in straight rows, but you'll see groups of students spread throughout the room, working on either different things or similar things, and the teacher floating from group to group and students working with each other. So I think in the IB program, it is particularly important, and really the only way the IB primary years program can be taught.
As a teacher, I'm able to take children past just general facts and factual learning to cover broader concepts that they can use anywhere, in any place and any time.
Okay, pack away, 6JD, had a great day.
So transdisciplinary learning is the way that the PYP is organised. The themes are much bigger than a subject, so they're not organised through science or history or geography, but they look at who we are across the world or how the world works. They are much bigger, and so when we start to learn through those themes, we can investigate how we organise ourselves through maybe a little bit of science and maybe a little bit of maths or maybe a little bit of geography, so it all fits together. The provocation is the spark. It's the part that alights the imagination, or the questions that will drive the inquiry for the children. So an example is in Year 1 we do a unit around how the world works around light, understanding light and some science concepts, and they black out the classroom and the children come in at 9 o'clock in the morning and the classroom is dark and there's no light, and so the children are wondering what's going on, why has it changed like this?
We have flexibility in when we teach what's required under the Australian curriculum over a bracket of time. So if we don't feel it fits beautifully into a 6-year-old mindset, then might shuffle it to a 7-year-old mindset and do it the following year.
What are we going to do?
There's a growth model to it in that they will learn the same approaches to learning about communication, about thinking, about research, about social and self-management. They'll learn that from the very beginning, but learn it in the context of their age. So when our children are ready to learn, they're given that opportunity.
Reading, writing and maths are included within both our units of inquiry and standalone. So you can't research or go write a biography about somebody or go and ask some questions of somebody if you don't know how to form a question or you don't know how to read. So the skills are taught explicitly in small groups and classroom lessons that they then apply and use within the units of inquiry.
How's it going?
Good.
Really good?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Quaker education, since its founding nearly 350 years ago, has always been focused on a joint search for truth, whatever that truth means, between teachers and students working together.
An IB student is really different. It's how they see the world.
We want students who are invested in their own learning. They're well-rounded, and also they're able to regulate themselves.
IB students aren't boxed in, aren't just learning facts.
So all of those attributes form this whole person, not just a academic learner.
It's quite emotional actually being here tonight and seeing the work that they've done. You sort of just look at the growth from kinder up to Year 6 and you sort of can see how it's all been pulled together, all the learning.
The way that it connects a global perspective to such a small place that we are living in, I think that's that's something that's not only a focus of the school but also of the IB, and I think it's really nice to bring that to the grade 6s because they're so young but they're doing like such an impressive job.